Hey guys, and welcome to part 2 of the Q&A series, and I'll just continue where I left off. The first question is, do you not watch 24? I've actually never watched an episode of 24 ever. So I don't even know, I know the plot of it, but I've never watched it. The next question is, how much of the sourpuss, as you called it, MJ stuff, was an act in the last few videos you shot with him in San Diego? To me, it seemed like some of it was staged. And are you two have staged stuff to be entertaining in the past? Well, to tell you the truth, I don't even know. I didn't tell MJ to do anything. I just put the camera and that was the way he was acting. So if he was staging that, then he would... Somebody's calling. But if MJ was staging that, I don't know for sure. But I talked to him about it later and he says he was, so I don't know. But I had nothing to do with it. And in the past, some stuff, like the only thing that was really staged was that big prom night fight we had. That was like the only thing I can think of that was like major. A couple little things, but we always said afterwards that we did. A favorite movie of all genres, your age and goals in life. I guess for horror, Return of the Living Dead, comedy, Pee-wee's Big Adventure, action, what a world. I guess... like goals. Goals is just to continue acting and continue doing what I like to do. That's my main thing, though. How many movies in total do you have, and how many have you acted in? I love your videos, by the way. I guess for movies, it's over 2,000. I know I've got to count it because I don't know for sure how many you've acted in. Some were over 20, something like that. I know you answered all the questions. You can't answer all these questions, but have you ever seen the HBO series True Blood? I've never watched it, but I would consider watching it. Have you seen any of the movies by the Stieg Larsson Millennium Trilogy? The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo is the first one. I've never seen any of them. How much would someone have to pay you to drink a gallon of Hooker spit? Would you freak out if King Cobra came up to you and looked you in the eyes? If a King Cobra came up to you and looked in your eyes? Well, behind the house, if I'm not careful, there might be one. And I probably would be the end of me. Have you seen AC/DC in concert? No. Do you own a firearm? No. I don't like guns or any of that stuff. What's your favorite video game console? Probably like Sega and the classic ones. How many movies have you acted in so far? Like I said before, probably like 20-something. Something like that. What do you think of Lucio Fulci movies? I've liked everyone I've seen. I've loved Zombie too. I've really liked his stuff. I know some of them were not that great though. How do you know when certain movies come out, re-releases and stuff? Do you search for it, or do you have a website or something that lets you know? I look a lot at the digital bits, and you can look at upcoming cover art, and that's a good way to see some of the stuff that's coming out. What do you think of the Rocky movies? I've actually never watched them. Did you watch White Noise 2, and did you enjoy it as much as the first one with Michael Keaton? I thought it was alright. I don't remember liking it a whole ton, though. What movie props do you own? I don't think I really own any movie props. Have you watched The Exiles Season 1 and 2 yet? No, I bought it a while ago, but have yet to watch it. That's the one thing that sometimes with certain things, with certain shows and stuff, I get them and just don't get around to watching them. What's your favorite horror icon? Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers, Leprechaun, Candyman. I think the one that always stands out is Jason. Always stood out. Yeah, probably. Or one of the trolls from Troll 2. Which is coming out the Blu-ray tomorrow, which is an interesting choice. I'm getting it, but I know a lot of people are probably like, what? Do you love Avatar like everyone else, or did you just think it was okay like me? Well, me and MJ actually never watched it. No, we never did. So I don't know. It might be all right. When will the Look TV show premiere? And will you ever do another commentary? At some point I'll do another commentary. Maybe I'll do one for some time for one of the movies I've been in. I've never done one for any of them. But Look airs 10-10-10 on Showtime. And it's 11 episode series and starts at night. I think it airs at midnight, and I think it's midnight is I'm pretty sure. But if you have DVR, definitely just put it on there and do a series recording. That's what I did, so I can watch it in HD. And I don't want to say what episode I appear in because I want you guys to watch this series. I mean, I'm really excited to be part of this. A lot of really cool people in it too. I was at the party for it, which was really cool a few days ago. Who are your favorite top directors of all time? Now, some of these are hard ones to think of, like without looking at titles. Do you like Clockwork Orange? Yeah, I've liked that a lot. Do you listen to any music? Have you seen Botch with Steven Dorff? I really liked that. That was a weird movie that I liked. Do you listen to music? I listen to a lot of Why Are You? Some weird questions people have. But I do. Sorry, I got off track with a weird question underneath. But I do listen to a lot of music, a lot of 80s music. Do you think Alfred Hitchcock was really rewarded for the films he made, considering that he couldn't receive Oscars for them? That's an interesting thing. Between Titanic and Avatar, which Cameron movie do you think was better? What's your favorite horror movie from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000? That's a tough one for horror movies, but I talked about them in the videos, but I don't even remember which ones I said because I did those so long ago. I would say Titanic because I never watched Avatar. And I think, Alfred Hitchcock has really inspired a lot of people, too, because you look at Devil, it's a lot like something he would have directed, I think, if he was alive today. Because it was definitely taking a lot from his film Lifeboat, if you've seen that. My favorite movies of 2010 were Predators, Piranha 3D, Inception, Machete. What were your favorite films of this year? I really liked the movie Devil a lot. I liked Easy A lot. What else did I see that was good? I wish I had something to look back on. I'm a big movie fan. If you were only allowed to make one more movie about anything you wanted, what would you make it about? I don't know. I'm planning to make a movie that's going to be like a anthology kind of thing, like remake Lust for Blood and some stuff better, but actually have some actors and stuff in it. I don't know. What's your favorite childhood cartoon? I like Bobby's World and Heathcliff. I remember as a kid I really liked the Popples. I remember that was one thing I watched all the time. What is your favorite comic book superhero? Mine is Batman. I'd probably say Batman. What is your spirit animal? I don't know. Where do you buy that French vanilla ice cream cone covered with hard chocolate? You guys are addicted to it. That's in Foster's Freeze and a Polo Loco. How much money have you spent on DVDs in your lifetime? Probably thousands. Definitely thousands. I don't know how many thousands. Do you think pop music in the 80s and 90s were better than the ones we have today? Yes. Have you seen Iron Man 2? Yes. I didn't like it as much as the first one, though. What is the best and worst movie you've seen this year? Worst movie was, I don't know for best, but worst, I really didn't like that. I totally forgot the title of it. It just came out, though. You and Me Again or something. Whatever that one was with Betty White and I don't know what that new one, Sandra Bullock, whoever was. Not her, Sandra Bullock. I totally blocked it out. It was so bad. Why do you hate middle school? Well, we did a whole video. Me and MJ did a whole video on that, and I don't want to relive that right now. But I could go, and especially in the last part, someone said, "Don't dwell on something too long," and I would dwell on it for a lot. Has anyone ever insulted you or MJ in public because they dislike your videos? Well, not in public, but we had someone, giving us some crap a while back. I don't want to get into that. Did you see Machete? What did you think of it? Also, we're all waiting for DVD updates. Will they be every 2 weeks or so? Many thanks. I did see Machete. I liked that a lot. There should be a update soon. I'm working on watching as much as I can for that. And I'm trying to do it every 2 weeks. November's going to be busy for films, so I'm going to try and do it, this month, and then maybe one right before I go away. Because November is like a period of 2 weeks or so when there's stuff back to back. Evan, no, I'm just reading the questions. What are your thoughts about wrestling and not WWE and TNA in general? Do you think it's a legit form of entertainment? Do you think WWE is anything like it used to be? from what I've seen of WWE, and I've not really watched much though, I know it's not as much of the theatrics as they used to be, like the characters and all that kind of stuff. I don't care for it as much. I mean, the stuff in the '80s and '90s was way more interesting, way more interesting wrestlers and looks of the people and everything. What is your entire filmography? Well, that's just on IMDb. Just search my name. How did you meet MJ? In middle school, in the 6th grade. What is the worst movie you've ever seen? Family Man. Will all your filmmaking projects be on the West Coast for now, or you ever come back to the East Coast to shoot? The thing is with me, like, even when I was on the East Coast, so much stuff was all over the place. So it's kind of like I just wanted to move out here to be out here, because like even right now, I'm doing a movie in Florida coming up. So it's kind of like I don't want to just do movies here. I want to do movies here too, but I'm still going to go back to Maryland and go back to other places to do them. When is President? When will MJ move out to California? Well, he has a girlfriend, so it's up to him to get the money, and it's a long process. It will be a while, but he will be back before he moves here, though. How's the new DVD room working out? I definitely really like that a lot. I thought I read something about a final MJ of you and MJ talking about everything in the future. Is that still going to happen? Well, the last video that we put up, I think the MJ's final vlog, that what I called it, that was one where he talked about a lot of stuff. When is President's Day coming out? That comes out this President's Day. When will you and MJ make a film of your own? And if so, what will it be about? Well, right now, me and Wet Movie are talking about doing a movie pretty soon, sometime in February or March. Favorite movie of all time, if you had to name one, I'd say Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Will MJ ever grow his long hair back? Well, I asked about that. He doesn't want to. Hey guys, I have a question. Shawn, I saw on your Facebook you had a stalker, and they made a fake duder account. Does that happen a lot? How do you feel about it? Yeah, I've a couple people have made fake accounts, and the coolduder one, the fake coolduder account, was upsetting because people would add them, and then they would say really stupid stuff to them on their wall and stuff. Pissed me off. Like, there was a lot of that. Luckily enough, it was taken down. And then we've had a couple other people that have stalked me online, and they know who they are. It's upsetting though. Do you regret anything? Slow or fast moving zombies? Probably fast moving zombies. No, sorry, slow. I mean, well, I'm not thinking. I'm thinking more about the regret thing. I think the thing I regret is that I didn't get into acting and doing films earlier. I feel like me and MJ missed out a bit back in like 2004 and 5, and we're not even thinking about that. I felt like there's some opportunities that we missed and stuff because I don't know, we just didn't think then. That it just didn't occur to us. I don't know. That's the one thing I would say I regret, and I think I regret some stuff in middle school, not standing up for myself and stuff like that. Hey man, I like you. I'm a huge movie fan, and I was just wondering if you by chance had the movie Cannibal Holocaust. It's said to be one of the most graphic movies ever made and outlawed in 40 countries or so. Just wanted to know if you had it and what you thought. I like the movie. The thing people don't like, and I don't care for it either, is the animal killing scenes. There's scenes in that when they catch an alligator they have to eat, and it shows it being killed and stuff. That is upsetting. That stuff I don't like. The movie, though, is pretty well done, though. I mean, it's one of the first movies that was shot documentary style, and it's really what inspired like the pre-Blair Witch kind of movie. So that was the first of that kind of film that was made like a documentary to be real. There might have been something else like that, but it was one of the early ones that a lot of people took notice of. Hey Shawn, it's my understanding that MJ has become fed up with your around the town vlogs, and then the update video when you got to California, he looked so faced, and you said he would never do a trip like that with you again. My question is, was that correct with the facial analysis of him in that video and the around the towns that have been coming out after the update? To me, I was just sick of the whole YouTube sheet and was wondering and just wants to be the friends you were, or could be wrong. No, MJ's not sick of it. I think MJ's just a little upset that I'm here. I think he wants to be out here now too. It's very hard. I mean, he can do a video at some point and talk about it. I just know right now when I've talked to him recently, everything's fine. I mean, I feel like we got along really well. I think things are fine between us. So I think things are fine. He will be back. Don't worry. It may take a while though. I'm not gonna promise that it'll be January. I hope it's January, but you know, I don't want to get into all the personal stuff, but it could take a while. Shawn, have you ever seen the short thing with John Cusack, classic '80s? I've never seen that. Do you like Devil's Backbone? Devil's Backbone? I really did. I remember really liking that. Also, I just saw Joe Dante's The Hole in 3D. It's amazing. Such a good '80s homage. Have you seen it yet? No, I really want to see it, but I have not seen anywhere that's playing. Why is John Candy your favorite actor? Who's your favorite character in The Breakfast Club? Um, why is John Candy my favorite actor? I don't know. It's just always somebody that I liked as a kid. I remember when he died in like '94. I saw the paper and I was like depressed and crying and everything. I don't know. I just always liked him. Talk about synthetic cinema. Well, synthetic cinema is the first company that me and MJ did a film with. I mean, they're my favorite company that I ever worked with, though. You know, I mean, I just love everybody there. It's one of those people that you get along so well with, and they all doing this because they love doing it. I don't know. I can't wait to see their opponent movie though. And Sasquatch, Assault of the Sasquatch is going to be on Chiller this month and on DVD this month too. Hey dude, I know you've mentioned you like the real Ghostbusters cartoon and have the DVD set that came out. I have it too, and I love the show since I was a kid. What is your favorite episode? I remember the one I liked was in the tunnel. The one tunnel I always liked. It was the one with the ghost and the haunting on the subway. Can I make a song that you can use in your upcoming Around the Country movie? Well, the country movie's already finished. I'm just waiting for it to get it back from Create Space. But if you want to make a song for something else, like definitely. Hey Shawn. Hey Shawn, MJ. A police officer from MJ, from England. Well, MJ's not here, but I would call him on the cell phone. But it's a different time zone, and his phone doesn't ring. So I'm sorry. I would call him to put him on speakerphone though. It was weird the other day. I randomly mentioned Sasquatch Assault, and a guy I work with turned around and said, "Do you watch Shawn and MJ?" It was so random. That's funny. My question is, my favorite movie is Stand By Me, and I've never heard you mention it. Your thoughts? I really did like that movie. I haven't watched it in a long time though. I do really like it though. Have you ever seen Radio Flyer with Elijah Wood or The Mighty with Sharon Stone? Both amazing movies. I think you and MJ would like. Radio Flyer is so depressing at the end, but I did like it though. But it's depressing. What is your favorite cartoon series? Favorite video game series? I remember I really liked probably the Mario series for games. Cartoon, probably Beavis and Butthead. I think. If you were locked in for 24 hours and had to watch 5 movies, what ones would you pick? Depending on the mood that I was in when I was locked in the room, but probably like the ones that I really like Pee Wee, Clifford, It's Pat, Ernest Goes to Camp, and then probably Ernest Goes to Jail. I know the weird ones. What is this one? Hey Shawn, quick question. How are you able to afford so many amazing movies? I know you get a lot of them for free, but I mean besides those. Well, from the acting and from some from YouTube, all of a sudden I've put the ads on the videos, and you get a little bit of money from that, which is good. But that's pretty much the main thing. Right now I'm just pretty much doing the acting thing. I'm not really doing a day job again for quite a while. After that one, I worked at the movie theater. Enough of that for a bit, and I'm all right with everything. I don't talk about financial things, but if you could work with one mainstream director, who would it be? Probably like Tim Burton on one of his cooler things, though, because some of those movies he's done lately aren't really my thing. In your entire DVD collection, you mentioned you were involved in Ming Hags. I know that you were a special thanks in their credit, but did you help Joe and Bam with anything else? I don't know. Joe just gave me a thanks on that for promoting it and putting the link and stuff. Didn't really do anything on it though. Hey Shawn, what is your favorite moment from a Down and Murph video? I think the Boys Club one had a lot of things I liked in it. No specific moment I think I really ever liked though, specifically that stood out. Hey guys, you people rock, and I hope you will keep on rocking. Can you name a favorite action movie? I don't watch a ton of action movies, but I did like Waterworld. What do you like most about collecting? And if you could give one tip to a collector, what would it be? Don't always think of it as a collection as much as I think of it as I just like having movies that I really like. I always have liked. Yeah, I guess it's yeah, it is collecting, but I don't think of it like just to buy it to buy it. I get the things I really like. I just don't rent things too. And lately, I like to try and find the things as cheap as I can, because when you buy as much stuff as I do, you want to get the best deals on things as you can. You don't want to have to pay $30 when you could get it online for $12 and things like that. But that's probably tips, is if you want to get a bunch of movies and stuff, the best thing to do is get them used, get them on Amazon. Some people worry about if it's used or something. I've never had a problem with that. I mean, as long as the disc is not cracked, scratched up or something. But if you can get a movie that's $30 for $5 and things like that, I mean, really cheap. Like I got a series of a show at the market they had for $5 and $30 online. So sometimes it can be reversed. You can find it like at the market. You can find some really cheap things. Just look for the deals. Don't go and buy something right away from like Suncoast or something, because you're going to pay out the ass. First off, let me say you guys are awesome, and I'm pleased to see you guys are still posting videos. What type of horror movies do you prefer to watch? A creepy psychological horror film or a blood and gore horror movie? It can be, a little bit of both. I sometimes don't like extremely gory movies. Sometimes it depends. If the gore is done well and looks cool, I like it more than really bad gore effects. Have you ever tried weed? If so, what do you think of it? If not, are you against it? Being in California now, I'm not against it. I've never done it though. There's never really been any chances to ever do it, and I was never really that interested in it. And the thing is, when you're fat, I don't think it's good to get the munchies. So that'll explain that. But I've never tried. I've been around people that have done it. In certain circumstances, but I've never actually done it. Hey Shawn, what's the first movie you saw at the movies? I don't know what the first movie was. I don't remember that. I can remember like the earliest back I remember is seeing, like the earliest is Dick Tracy. I remember I vomited on the seats. I remember that pretty well. Do you have a day job? No. Pretty much doing films, and it's been so busy too. That's what I've been working all my time into, is that, and I'm going to be directing a movie in the coming months, so I got to start working on that. And then doing YouTube videos. Why didn't you get a replacement for the rough cuts? Because I haven't really specifically left the rough cuts. I will be back on the rough cuts. Same with Travis. I don't know if he's going to come back. I saw him at the Look premiere. So he may come back too. I don't know. What films are you looking forward to seeing this year in theaters? Right now what's still coming out, I really want to see Hatchet 2. I really need to see that. I'm looking forward to seeing Human Centipede 2, but that's next year. I'm interested in seeing the new Wes Craven movie. I don't think it's going to be very good, but I'm interested in seeing it though. What's your favorite montage from a movie? I can't think of that offhand. What was one that I know the one I always liked was the one in The Night Professor when he's working out. That was always a good one. And I think Mrs. Doubtfire had some good ones too. Hey Shawn, since you're an 80s kid, do you remember the Boglins? I think I have the movie. I think I got it at a convention. I don't think I've ever seen it though. When are you moving out of your parents' house? Well, they pretty much moved out here because I wanted to do this. And it's so much money out here. So I guess that explains it. And they don't care. I stay out of their way. You know what I mean? I'm not like, the thing is, I'm not the kind of person that stays home all day and stuff. I'm working all the time and doing these film stuff. I don't just sit around and lay on the couch. some people might think, oh, you like to stay around and watch movies. I'm one of those kind of people that needs to be out doing stuff. I need to, like, if I don't work on something for too long, if I go too long without doing a film or shooting something or doing something film wise, I get kind of like, I got to do something. That's kind of the way I've always been. Well, we're going to go on now to part 3. So, see you in part 3.